What's up guys? On this video, I'm going to tell you about the 5 life hacks that I recently made that's saving me over $225 each week. Check it out. Alright guys, welcome back to this video, and listen, I think we all could save a little bit of money, and so what these videos are all for are always for something that you can implement right now in your life, and I think we all could save a little bit more money right now. Even if you're killing it and business is off the chain, I really recommend you do this. I took the last month and documented where I could try to save some money, and I'm gonna give you guys that right now. If you like these videos, I really encourage you to smash the like button, hit the subscribe button, as I will continue to deliver you all things real estate, all things business, and all things entrepreneurship to help you level your game up. Alright, so here's what I did. I started taking a look at my lifestyle, and even though as I'm shooting this video, we are in the middle of this COVID pandemic, if you will, and yes, it is a major issue, but I tried to figure out, you know, looking at all of my spending habits throughout the month and where I spend my money, I wanted to try to figure out how to ratchet some of that down and then document it and actually share it with you. And so I did it across a lot of different levels, but I'm gonna share with you 5 very simple things you can actually start to implement right now in your life that's gonna help you save some money. Now, I personally am saving roughly $225 each week by these 5 simple strategies, and that may differ depending upon what you're already currently spending on, and may or may not spending money on these things anyways. But even if you can save $50 a week, I think that's a massive savings, because if you add that up at the end of the year, there's a lot of money that you could put towards something else, like a vacation, something nice for your wife or your husband or your kids. Any way that you can save money, I really encourage it right now. And if you are in the real estate investing, you can put that money towards buying a rental or a flip or an investment. So first, let me tell you right away, if you don't know yet, I'm completely addicted to coffee. Coffee is my one addiction now. I've gotten better at it for sure, but I will still drink anywhere from 3 to 5 cups every single day. So here's my #1 tip. Stop drinking coffee at coffee shops like Starbucks. Now, I actually have a really close friend and he owns a coffee shop, so if you're watching this, I apologize, but I could tell you I was spending north of $40 a day at coffee houses, or specifically, you know, drinking coffee out on the run each and every day, because every time I'd buy a coffee, I would buy a sandwich, or I'd buy, you know, maybe a banana bread or a croissant or something, and I would do that 2 times a day, maybe even 3, depending upon if I'm out and gone in the field all day. It starts to add up every time you go, and it's a $10 bill every single day. So my first suggestion, and what I really did, and as I'm shooting this video here in October, my first thing I did is I started making my coffee at home. I've always made my coffee at home because I wake up really early, and so the first thing I do is have a coffee or 2 in the morning before I even leave my house. But then I realized if I continue to be able to bring my coffee with me, I don't stop for coffee along the way. So right away, I'm saving a ton of money. I've been able to average my coffee consumption in terms of cost to $1 a cup. So if I have 4 or 5 cups, rather than spending $30 or $40 a day because I'm out, and that means I'm gonna be buying a croissant along with my coffee, or maybe a sandwich, or maybe something else, I'm literally just consuming the coffee, and it's $1 a day. I actually use Starbucks Vias, the little instant coffees, and I use Nescafe, and they are incredible. They have the little pods, and I do double shot of espressos in the morning, and it is fantastic. So again, I've just taken anywhere from $20 to $50 given on the single day down to roughly $3 to $5. Immediately, I had a massive, huge savings just by drinking my coffee at home, or at least making my coffee, brewing my coffee if you want to call it that, at home and taking it with me along the way. Next, Along the same lines as coffee, I was eating out for lunch and breakfast almost every day. As I just mentioned, I would grab my coffee and a croissant or a coffee and a breakfast sandwich, something like that, every single day. Once I shut down the coffee, I didn't actually go to the coffee shop to get food anymore, so I had to start eating in. So usually I will have something at home before I leave, and or I will start taking it with me. And so not only I will take my breakfast, but I'll also take my lunch. What I started noticing is on average, I would be spending $10 a day for lunch, if not more. Depending upon how you want to do that math, some of those, spends on coffee were snacks and lunches in the middle of the day. So on average, let's say I was spending $10 a day on lunch throughout the week. That's $50 a week on lunch I just saved. Yes, there's a cost at home, but I'm spending less than $4 a day on lunch. Because honestly, I'm pretty simple when it comes to lunch. I usually will slap together a really easy sandwich. It's just enough. I have some almonds. At times I'll even have like a protein bar, and that's effectively it. And that gets me through. Now, because I do like almonds and I like good healthy snacks like trail mix, then my snacks throughout the day tend to be relatively inexpensive. So I'm averaging my snacks to be $2 to $3 each and every day, even after lunch. Again, still less than just buying lunch out, averaging $10 per every single day. I highly encourage you, cut out drinking coffee out, buying coffee at coffee shops such as Starbucks, and make sure you're bringing your food with you. I know that means you have to grocery shop, and I know that means when you go to the grocery store, you have a bigger bill right then. But if you get your mind right and you start thinking like an entrepreneur should, or just a reasonable adult, I would guess you would say, you actually are gonna start saving massive amounts of money. I promise you this, as I've already shown you, I'm actually saving roughly $250 a week in this. Okay, well, shocker, along the same lines, eat dinner in. I was eating out with my wife every other night at least. And that gets massively expensive. Now, I'm not saying we were going to steakhouses and buying $500 dinners every night. I promise you we weren't doing that. But even if you're going out to dinner and it's a reasonable dinner, call it $12, $15, at most $20 per person plus tip. I mean, you're not gonna get out of there for almost less than $35 to $40 every other night. That's a big spend. You don't need to be doing that. Now, even if you're not doing something like that, because honestly it's very expensive, even watching how often you do go out for dinner can make a massive impact. Here's one of my little secrets that I found was great. I love pizza. Pizza's the greatest food on the planet in my opinion, and Chinese food. I love Chinese food, so you can tell I'm a health freak, right? I realized that the grocery store has great frozen pizza. I specifically love a couple different ones, but I'll let that be up to you. I love DiGiorno. There's also one that we just tried that has a cauliflower crust that is fantastic. Both of those are actually at Safeway. I also found some pre-made Chinese food, like packets, I guess you would say, at Safeway. And my wife bought some extra like sauce that she found in Safeway, and it is incredible. And we cook some chicken and dice up some chicken and put it together with like a stir fry. It's phenomenal. We're literally spending less than $10. Less than $10. Some of these pizzas are like $4.99, and we're eating dinner for the night. So what I did was I averaged it out, and I still went up to at least $10 for dinner every single night minimum, even though some nights quite literally we're eating a frozen pizza that we spent $4.99 on. You just can't beat it. And honestly, I love the food. It keeps me home with my wife and it helps me save some money. Along the same veins, cut out the alcohol. As I'm shooting this video, it is the very end of October, and I did sober October. Now, while that wasn't very difficult for me because I tend to be more of just a social drinker, I don't tend to have a couple beers or a couple cocktails every night. If you just cut out the alcohol, you're gonna start to save some money. Even if you do a bottle of wine a week and you buy a $15 to $20 bottle, which is pretty average at these days, you're saving that $15 to $20 a week. You can see how quickly these things start adding up. I started tracking it this month. And like I said, I'm saving over $250 a week on these 5 principles, and I haven't even given you my last principle, which is really gonna be like 5, 6, and 7, because it's a combination of them. Again, if you're liking this video, guys, smash that like button, hit the subscribe button. I wanna keep giving you guys good content. If there's any resources, they're down below here in the comments, as well as any questions you might have. Make sure you're asking me. Tag me in the question, and I'll make sure to get back to you. All right, the last hack, YouTube TV. I got rid of all my cable. I was spending over $180 a month on cable alone. I went with YouTube TV. It is $40 a month. Now, no, that does not come with HBO and Showtime and all the other special channels. And no, it does not come with the Sunday ticket for all my football fans. But those minor little additions are much cheaper when you actually have not the subscription to the big channel, the big cable subscription. And so YouTube TV is $40 a month. The Sunday ticket for the whole year for me, I don't know if I used a coupon or not, is $80. I believe that's incredibly cheap through the whole football season. It's $80. And then I do pay for Amazon Prime. Amazon Prime gives me a discount on the HBO, Showtime, and all these other, great channels that I watch movies on, which is another hack. Don't go to the movies, which they're just opening up now, but that will help you save some money too. And so between Amazon Prime, YouTube TV, and even something that I love, which is the Sunday football ticket, I'm less than $100. Less than $100 for all of it. That includes me watching HBO, and Netflix. That also includes my Netflix. Less than $100. I have Netflix, Amazon Prime, YouTube TV, and Sunday ticket, all for less than $100. That includes HBO and Showtime. I'm saving $80 a month right there. Now again, my big tip is YouTube TV. That's really where it starts. Get rid of cable. YouTube TV has cable. And for $40 a month, you have Fox, NBC, ESPN, CBS, all the big channels that you're gonna wanna watch. MTV, the Nature Channel, you name it, it's on there. So you don't need it. TBS, TNT, all the, ESPN2, you have access to all that with YouTube TV. So that's the big hack. But the other things is you can combine that with your Amazon Prime, and you can get your Sunday ticket outside of that, and obviously Netflix and chill is a thing. If you combine all 5 of these hacks, you will be saving money. Now this is just a responsible thing to do these days. As I've mentioned, the reason why it's really important for me, because I was spending way too much money. It's outrageous. We were going out to dinner every other night. We were, having bottles of wine. We were doing things that I realized I don't have to be doing these things, and I can get just as much enjoyment. And a lot of it was really, really easy. The big one for me, quite honestly, is just the whole coffee situation that really helped, because now instead of going and getting breakfast and coffee and then grabbing, coffee and lunch and coffee in the afternoon, and then I'm adding on food there, it's good for my health, but also saves me a ton of money. Drink coffee at home, bring coffee with you, bring your food with you. You will save a ton of money, I promise you that. I hope you're enjoying these. I will continue to bring you all things real estate investing, business, and entrepreneurship. Hopefully these life hacks worked. Smash the like button, hit the subscribe button. I'll see you on the next video. Peace.